train right now, heading back to one of Georgia's best mountain towns, Blue Ridge. For many reasons, a great place to visit. And I'm going to show you the top things to do here. Let's go. Traversing along the Appalachian foothills, this is the esteemed Blue Ridge Scenic Railway. This is actually the only mountain town in the state with a scenic excursion rail. So being one of the highlights of the trip, we begin our adventure right here. Surrounded by natural beauty, its picturesque downtown, and the additional 13 other things to do here, Blue Ridge can and should be a very memorable adventure for just about anyone.
So platform B, halfway down.
Got you.
Right.
Thank you so much, Mike. Have a good one. Without question, one of the most top attractions here in Blue Ridge. I got the tickets for 4 hours total because there's going to be a layover. It's going to be an awesome adventure. Let's go. The train goes through many really cool areas. This is the Toccoa River, one of the few rivers in America that flows north. Areas with fields, historic bridges. And if you do this in the morning time, the fog in this mountainous area is stunning.
They also tell me that if you play old Toccoa Farm, you need to wear 2 pair of pants.
This is a historic train ride that runs along the Toccoa River from Blue Ridge all the way up to McCaysville, Georgia, which is a city on the border of Tennessee. It has vintage rail cars and seasonal themed trips. The line dates back to 1905 and still uses parts of the original track. Considering how historic this train is, feels raw. Not the smoothest ride, but it's a lot more fun in my opinion. It also has a gift shop and food and drinks. So we're going north. The further north we go, the more the leaves are changing because it's near fall time and the colder it gets. So, got to get to McCaysville. It's gonna be about a 2-hour layover, which means got 2 hours to have fun. But if I miss the train, I need to walk back.
Enjoy the visit.
Appreciate that, thank you. That was honestly a lot of fun, but that wind, pretty cold. However, now we are stopped for about an hour and a half, 2-hour layover for the next place I recommend. McCaysville, Georgia. This is a border town. It's at the tippity top of Georgia. And you walk across that block, you're in Tennessee. Pretty cool. I have no idea what to do here, so gonna figure it out. Obviously, I don't recommend other cities when I'm doing a video about top things to do in Blue Ridge. However, it's a neighboring city. It's basically part of it because of the Scenic Railway. This is a small mountain town. It's connected directly to its sister city, Copperhill, Tennessee. The area used to be known as a copper mining hub, but today, known for its quaint shops, riverside dining, and, of course, being a stop on the Blue Ridge Scenic Railway. And you want to see something funny? The state line is marked with this blue line right there. See? Now I'm in Georgia. Now, Tennessee. Welcome to Tennessee. Oh, let's go. I need some coffee right now. Quaint, cute coffee shop. Border Brew and Bites. Sometimes the best places are non-corporate. Something pretty cool, the Toccoa River runs right through the town. Later it becomes the Ocoee River. And right across the street, looks like a pedestrian bridge. Gonna go see what's going on over there. Also, lots of restaurants right on the river. right here, at least for today. I don't know about permanently, but it looks like only a pedestrian bridge. They have it blocked off. I just love small towns like these. Always feels more peaceful when you're out here. Heading back to Blue Ridge. What's great? Cool ride up, cool ride back. I feel very special. Everyone's waving at us.
Just be careful, ladies, with your...
Tickets for the train, however, cost, I believe, anywhere over $50, depending on if you're going to do the layover and what part. I will say, though, I definitely think it's worth it. So, when it comes to the overall architecture of Blue Ridge, some of these places are really cool. Definitely a mountain town vibe-ish, but blends a little bit of rustic Appalachian charm with modern mountain luxury. The town features historic brick buildings from the early 1900s, and many are restored into shops and restaurants. Also, a lot of cool log cabins and craftsman-style homes around the area. All of this ties together with the region's mountain heritage. What you see behind me, about 2 miles outside of downtown, one of Georgia's largest family-owned apple orchards. It offers you pick fruit, so you can basically just walk around, pick whatever fruit you want, a market, bakery, cider tastings, and they grow over 50 varieties of apples and have been around since 1943. The fruits that are available to pick, not only apples in over 40 to 50 varieties, but also strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and peaches. The next place I recommend for wine, live music, Bearclaw Vineyards. This is a very scenic vineyard near mountains with tastings, tours, and on-site treehouse rentals. They produce wine from both local grapes and select grapes from other Georgia vineyards. So in the early 1900s, Blue Ridge was marked as a health resort. That is because of its clean mountain air. Also, mineral springs. Now Blue Ridge, a lot of tourists, a lot more cars, but still a lot cleaner air and a lot quieter compared to the average city. Even though there's a lot of people here, you can still feel the sense of peace being in the mountains. For this channel, I've stayed in fancy smancy hotels, but one of the coolest places I think I've ever stayed in my life, Glamp, Blue Ridge. It's right across the waterfall. Look at this. This is insane. This is just insane. A whole deck.
They have a jacuzzi, babe.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's a chandelier for the jacuzzi.
Isn't it cool though?
No, this is amazing. They have an outdoor living room for us. Look at this, Veronica. We have an outdoor living room all to ourselves.
Yeah.
And the twinkle lights, they have the twinkle lights. Wow. Oh my gosh. What are we, like royalty? I think we're the royal family. No, this is really, really beautiful. Wow. And like all the coloring. Look at this bedding. Look at the rainbow. Look at these knives. Oh, we have a stove top. Look at this. This view. Oh my gosh.
Just a short drive from Blue Ridge downtown. It's nestled in the woods beside the waterfall and the Benton McKay Trail. Blends rustic tranquility with cozy charm. There are 7 domes each 530 square feet, HVAC, Starlink Wi-Fi, games, and dining for 4. I mean, I'm truly amazed.
And then this is a fire pit. We're gonna have to light a fire.
The meal for Vikings. Because she's playing with her shoe. She's got your shoe. Called the Viking sausage.
The Viking sausage?
Yeah, try it.
It tastes very, very good, my lovey-dovey.
It came pre-cooked. I just warmed it up.
So right next to Glamp Blue Ridge is a hike to Fall Branch Falls, which we're on our way to.
Isn't the nature beautiful, Veronica?
Nature in early October here in North Georgia is absolutely stunning, and there's some of these beautiful red leaves. It's 0.3 miles one way, so a little bit over half a mile round trip. Right next to the 60-foot Fall Branch Falls waterfall, which is really beautiful, is these glamping sites that are right next to it. And we actually stayed in one last night and it was amazing.
Oh, First Baptist Church. A very cool, historic Baptist church, in my opinion. I guess it's Greek style, but the columns are made of cement, as it appears, which is pretty unique. Not too sure. However, Blue Ridge has one of the last year-round drive-in movie theaters in the state. This is so cool. Opened in 1955, Swan Theater. One of the last drive-in theaters here in Georgia. It just opened up and the movie doesn't start for about an hour, so cars are just now piling up, but nothing on the screen yet. However, the screen is very, very big, kind of like frozen back in time, like the old days. I need to take my wife here. It'll be awesome. Overall, Blue Ridge has a pretty good art scene, a lot of murals on the sides, also art centers such as this one. This giant fish. It really is really cool fish mural. However, Blue Ridge has been featured in many travel magazines as one of the best small towns in the South. So another place I recommend here in the area, Lake Blue Ridge. This is a sparkling 3,300 acre lake in the Chattahoochee National Forest. Great for boating, fishing, swimming, and it's one of the few lakes in Georgia with water fed by pure mountain streams. Also, it has a 65-mile shoreline and supplies drinking water for much of the area. At about 1,750 feet elevation, Blue Ridge is pretty high up compared to a lot of Georgia, so it's a little bit cooler. However, all 4 seasons are very distinct. So obviously, one of the top things to do in Blue Ridge is Blue Ridge downtown. There's a lot on this strip. So many different types of shops. Gonna try and see what I can find. It's very charming. Walkable district filled with art galleries, boutiques, antique shops, and mostly locally owned restaurants. I love how a lot of the shops have very wood detailing that reflect the mountain heritage. And many downtown buildings once housed boarding houses, banks, and general stores serving railroad passengers and logging workers. It's a Sunday at 4, so I don't know how many people are going to be in downtown at this time, but still going to try. Check out a few shops when I can. All sorts of gift shops. This one is geared towards Christmas, not too far away. already in the Christmas spirit. That store was awesome. That is one heck of a reindeer bush thing. Now check out this record store. This one has more records from bands that I actually know, compared to most vinyl places. Are you sick of only corporate pet shops like I am? Check this one out. I have never seen one quite like this.
Of course, here you go. Have a good one.
You have a good one. Very, very cute area.
Their own rope rings.
Zillions of these clothing stores. For a Sunday around 4:30, a little bit more people than the average mountain town. Kind of reminds me overall the downtown area of Helen, Georgia, but except for the German Bavarian architecture like in Helen, this is a little bit smaller of a town, but at the same time, it's more of like a mountain vibe. Something pretty interesting. They do have escape rooms here. A very cute cabin building. That's a dark chocolate?
It's dark chocolate.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Do you like chocolate, but you don't like being unhealthy? Well, this is dark chocolate. Slightly healthier than milk chocolate. No way. No way. As a man, it's about time they make a store like this. About time. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but these shops here look really cool, and one of them that stands out is this giant cabin shop. If you look closely, you can probably find a black pair in downtown.
What's it, pups, you said?
Anyways, not gonna lie to you guys, back in the day, I was way into gems. Not all gem shops are the same. This gem shop, much better than average. The next place I recommend is Blue Ridge Adventure Park. However, it's Sunday and they're closed on Sundays, yet looks really cool. Check it out if you're here on the day that it's open. Basically an aerial ropes obstacle course with zip lines, cargo nets, and swinging bridges. Also, the courses are color-coded by difficulty, anywhere from kid-friendly to pro-level agility and challenges. So if you're here on a day that it's open, definitely check it out if that's something you're into. There are also many restaurants here. One in particular right on the main street. It looks really cool. Harvest on the Main. Now, I don't have time to eat here, but just letting you know, it looks like a really cool cabin looking area and one of the more popular restaurants here. Something that I like, all downtown restaurants are local. No chain restaurants in Blue Ridge. Going to a restaurant, sitting down, taking your time, that's cool. But what if you want to grab food and go, and the food is good? That's where I recommend Bob's Eatery. And if you want to sit outside, they have the patio. Oh yeah. Very good. Also, pretty well priced. That's a cool shop. Not also on the main road, but also in the back near the railway. Lots of really cool small shops. So most of Blue Ridge and the surrounding area is the Chattahoochee National Forest. Very protected, beautiful nature, and a few hiking trails as well. So outside of Fall Branch Falls, one of the most popular hikes actually in Georgia is about 25 miles away from here, Long Creek Falls. The hike itself is one of the most pretty hikes on the Appalachian Trail here in Georgia, but the waterfall, a two-tiered 50-foot waterfall. Now granted, towards the end is a really long dirt road that takes a while to get through, so in all honesty, from downtown, it's about a 50-minute drive. However, if you're in the area and you're from really far away, I would recommend trying to get there. I think it's worth it. Another thing about the Toccoa River, they have tubing as well. Granted, it's best time to do it summertime. Right now it's early fall. It's a little bit too cold for me. The tubing lasts about 1 to 2 hours depending on water levels. Now, if you want to find a brewery, especially one with a sweet truck and a sweet logo, Grumpy Old Men Brewing. So this is a small craft brewery started by 2 retired friends known for some pretty interesting beer names. I believe one is called Moon Over Blue Ridge. Rustic, nicely decorated. Sundays, not too many people. So if you like a bigger crowd, Saturday, Friday, smaller crowd, Sunday. And a pretty fun fact, they began brewing in an old garage before moving to a bigger spot. Let me tell you guys what bothers me. What bothers me is the fact that I lived only 1 hour away from Blue Ridge for 5 years and never took my wife to the train thing here in Blue Ridge. I didn't take her to Blue Ridge, but we didn't do the train thing, which means I failed as a husband on giving my wife the best life I can. So if I didn't even do that just because I wasn't really aware of it, imagine what's around you in your area that you're not quite aware of. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully it gave you guys some ideas of what to do here in Blue Ridge. However, if you're interested in another awesome mountain town that's just south of here, but my favorite really small town in Georgia, check out this video here. Thank you guys for watching. Have a blessed day.